What's the over-under?
Tonight, the debut. We will get to it. I promise you that. Oh, and by the way,
right.
Luka Doncic, that massive payday. We will be all over it. But first, we begin with the latest surrounding Shannon's team, the Lakers, because they had a busy start to free agency, headlined by trading Montrezl Harrell, KCP, and Kyle Kuzma to Washington in exchange, as we know now, for Russell Westbrook, giving LeBron and AD a big three in LA. But before the trade, the Lakers were reportedly very close to trading for Buddy Hield. And according to new reports, LeBron was the deciding factor in the last-minute switch because he preferred the deal for Westbrook over the deal for Hield. So, Shannon, your reaction, did LeBron make the right choice here?
Well, Skip, for me, I would have preferred, and I think we kind of talked about it, Skip, a little bit before we left. I like the Buddy Hield situation. It seems like, to me, the Malik Monks and the Ellingtons and the Kendrick Nunn, all of those are we're going to try to figure out which one is Malik Monk, because when you trade in the NBA, Skip, the salaries has to match. Russell is making $43 million. Buddy Hield was making about $23 million. So that's another $21 million you got to play with. Well, you take Russell, and so now you got a bunch of guys on minimum contracts. They need shooters. But the one thing that we do know about LeBron loves playing with guys, especially when the rubber needs to meet the road. Normally, they're veteran guys that he's comfortable with. There have been very few Alex Carusos, guys that are young, that gets an opportunity to be in the closing lineup, late in ball games, late in playoff ball games, that LeBron feels comfortable with. That's why, Skip, he's willing to trade first-round pick. He don't care anything about that. The #1 overall pick, he came back to Cleveland. Get rid of Andrew Wiggins. Get rid of Bennett. I want Kevin Love. I want a veteran guy. So he gets a veteran guy. We know LeBron is very fond of Russell Westbrook. There's nothing not to like about him. He gives it to you every night. No player that I've ever seen with my two eyes plays harder on a nightly basis. In the NBA,
offense, I'll give you. Yeah.
Hey, you can't have it all, Skip. You can't have it all. So for me, Skip, would I have preferred Buddy Hield? Yes, I would have preferred Buddy Hield because I think that's a better fit for LeBron and AD. But LeBron's like, nah, in order for us to get to where we need to go to challenge the big three in Brooklyn or to challenge some of these teams in the West, be it if your guy comes back healthy, Kawhi, and the Nuggets, we need another guy, a surefire guy that we can count on. And so for me, Skip, I probably would have, you know what? I would have bit the bullet and went with Buddy Hield.
Really?
I would have taken Buddy. Yes, I would have.
I want to stop the presses and call a quick timeout here because my man Shannon Sharp, or as I call him, Le Shannon Sharp, just criticized, if not condemned, his man LeBron James for making the wrong GM move and choosing the wrong player. And this is not just a player. This is the key player. He chose Russell Westbrook over Buddy Hield, and Shannon Sharp just said, I would have gone the other way, which indicates to me that you were saying LeBron was wrong.
No, see, I did not condemn LeBron. At the end of the day, LeBron James is going to have to be the one that's playing alongside the guy. So LeBron felt more comfortable playing alongside Russ, although the majority of the time that they played together, maybe it's a pickup game, but it was an all-star game, Skip. But for me, I think Buddy Hield a shooter that can space the floor. But LeBron was like, hold on, you just remember in 2020 we won the championship and we didn't have any spaces. We didn't have guys that was knocked down, drop-dead three-point shooters. The Milwaukee Bucks just won the championship and they shot terrible from the three-point line. So maybe we're putting a little bit too much emphasis on spacing and three-point shooting. He says, hey, give me a guy that I know on a given night can go get me 25, 30, and he's going to play. Russell Westbrook, Skip, on a night in Cleveland, after we coming off a back-to-back, Russell will win that game because he's going to push the tempo all by himself. He said, either you're coming or you're not. I'm not going to condemn LeBron, but I get what LeBron, me personally, Skip, after watching it and see how AD plays, see how LeBron plays, I think Buddy Hield's a better fit. But LeBron says, I want a guy that's been a former MVP, that's been an all-NBA player. I want him to ride along with AD and I. So I'm not condemning LeBron. Would I have chosen Buddy Hield? I would have chosen Buddy Hield.
Okay, so you just said said that LeBron decided he was more comfortable, those were your words, more comfortable playing alongside Russell Westbrook. When Kevin Durant said he never got comfortable with playing alongside Russell Westbrook and said, I'm out. And James Harden said, I am not comfortable after 1 year playing alongside Russell Westbrook, and I am out. And Paul George had the option to leave playing alongside Russell Westbrook and jumped at the escape hatch provided him by Kawhi Leonard, who had the option of bringing in Russell Westbrook or Paul George and chose Paul George over Russell Westbrook. All those players said no, 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 no to the player that LeBron said yes to. And yet, I 1,000% agree with your basketball analysis of this because it's not even close. It is a no-brainer, as in, LeBron, you have no brains if you're going to choose Russell Westbrook, a disaster waiting to happen, the all-time ball hog, a guy who 4 times has led this league in usage rate and 4 other times was second in usage rate because he wants the basketball in his hands. You are choosing him to be your primary decision maker at point guard when clearly you were, LeBron, born to play the position of point guard. He is obviously more magic than Michael. Can we agree on that? I mean, everybody agrees with that, right? So in the end, LeBron, I always say, you say, I hate LeBron. I don't hate LeBron. I call him almost every day on this show the best passer in basketball. He is still the best passer in basketball. Well, obviously, Kevin Durant is now by far the best player in basketball, the best player on the planet. We will discuss that later. And once again, yet another ranking says Kevin Durant is the best player in basketball. I'm sorry, but you are once again wrong on that. But the point is, LeBron is still the best passer in basketball. He was born to play the position of point guard, and now you are saying he's willing to play off the ball as he pursues the all-time scoring record held by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, because that's more of his primary goal, it feels like to me right now, than actually winning a 5th championship.
Stop saying that, Skip.
If you really want to win a 5th championship, you go basketball analytics and you say, I belong at point guard. I'm the primary decision maker. I'm the orchestrator. I'm the distributor. I make it all happen. It all initiates from me. I'll control the offense because I've got Anthony Davis and they vibe off each other great. They're a very good fit together, and it's going to get gummed up by Russell Westbrook because he just doesn't fit. He's the odd man out of that triangle offense. And yet Buddy Hield would be the odd man in because, to your point, he's not just a good three-point shooter. He's a borderline. He's becoming a great, maybe even an all-time great three-point shooter because look what he did last year. He shot 39%, but look what he did. He took the second most threes to Steph Curry, and he made the second most in the NBA to Steph Curry. I'm not saying he's Steph Curry, but he's at least in the league of Steph Curry right now as a three-point shooter.
Well, Skip, if you look at LeBron when he was in Miami, he was surrounded by three-point shooters. He had Shane Battier, he had Ray Allen, he had Mike Miller. He had guys that could make threes. He had Kyle Korver. Now, I'm not saying Buddy Hield can shoot the ball at the clip that Ray Allen and Kyle Korver. I'm not saying that, but
Kyle Korver, I think he's in the ballpark.
But the thing is, Buddy can also put the ball. Buddy will shoot the mid-range. He'll also put the ball on the floor and get to the hole.
He can.
So he's just not a stand in the corner or stand at the top and shoot the three ball.
He averaged 17 a game for Sacramento last year, and he had a career high 2 years back of 21. So that's what he is. He's in that 20-ish range, and he's a deadly three-point shooter. And I've seen him take and make a lot of big threes. I know Sacramento isn't in position to take and make a lot of big threes, but he will do that. He would be the perfect fit for LeBron James.
Is this a situation, Skip? A guy is really good at shooting threes on a really bad team. We've seen guys play exceptionally well on bad teams, and we think, okay, man, imagine this guy on a good team and what it would be. Look at Aaron Gordon. Look at Aaron Gordon in Orlando, and look at Aaron Gordon in Denver. So LeBron's like, hold on. It doesn't matter where Russ is, be it OKC, be it Houston, be it DC. Russ going to give me 25, 10. Now, they don't need that. They don't need the triple-double Russ. But LeBron realizes that he's capable of giving us that on a given night. If one of us is out, if Russ is in, and there's no LeBron and just AD, LeBron's like, okay, we can keep this thing going. If there's no AD and there's Russ and Bron, we can keep it rolling. And I think Bron at the end of the day said, well, if one of the big three are out, with Buddy Hield, is that going to be enough? So,
okay, so what do I see that LeBron James, as the de facto GM of this team, you can't tell me he didn't initiate most of these moves, if not at least co-sign with Rob Pelinka on all these moves. I'm going to give LeBron credit because I told you yesterday, I really like all the moves except for the Russell Westbrook, which unfortunately disqualifies all the nice moves that you make. It undercuts them. It cancels them out because he's your point guard.
Well, Skip, this is the problem that I have with you. You try to make it seem like everything that happens on a team is unique to LeBron. You don't think Sean Marks called Kevin Durant and says, what do you think about Patty Mills?
That's fine. That's fine.
But so how you criticize? What about
I'm not criticizing. I'm giving him credit. I'm saying he's earned the right to run the team. How many times have I told you he has the highest IQ in basketball? I hate LeBron, but he has the highest IQ in basketball. He's the best passer in basketball. Well, how many times have I said nobody can freight train to the basket? Nobody can drive the basketball greater than LeBron James has because